Welcome to Grad-Dreams video feed series. My name is Shrutika, and today I'm going to introduce you to one of our students, Aishwarya Mane, who is currently studying at the Northeastern University. She's doing her master's in information science and information systems. And I just would like to tell you about Aishwarya that she has been with Grad-Dreams for a while. She uh, she came up to us for her process, and today she is in her third semester of her master's. Hi, Aishwarya, how are you doing?
Hi, Shrutika, I'm good. Hello, everyone.
So I just want to know just few basics about you. I mean, where are you from? What have you done? And currently, what are you doing?
Okay, currently I'm doing my master's in information systems at Northeastern University in Boston. And I'm interning with a company called as Microfocus, which is based in Cambridge. It's not very far from here. And my current GP, if we talk about, is 3.7, and I would be pursuing my third semester in the coming fall.
Can you tell me how did you get this internship?
So basically, I had applied for many roles. Like once when I came to the US, I started applying for internships in December itself because there is a lot of competition, you see, like because all the people around you all will be targeting the same software development or data jobs or any other fields related to the same. So I started my preparation earlier. So earlier I was thinking of getting into data science field, but somehow it didn't work for me. I mean, I really didn't. My inclination was not towards that very much. So what I thought is I'll stick to my software development roles. So I started applying for them, and to be honest, I have applied somewhere around 100 plus applications on LinkedIn. So 100 plus job descriptions I've seen. I've applied for those, and as well as in like I said, in Northeastern we have that Any Careers portal. There also I've applied for many roles. So I have targeted as a I was a quality assurance test engineer in previous company. Like in I was working in Larsen and Toubro Infotech. So with my previous experience, I thought I should keep my ways open as well. I should not only restrict to becoming a developer or something. I should have my ways open. So I am interning with Micro Focus as a quality assurance test intern. So for like I've applied for development roles, I've applied for testing roles, but fortunately, I ended up with a job which I really wanted and I had experience with.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
so in micro focus, if I would say, there are various rounds in every company for that matter. You have a coding round, you have some actual testing. They will ask you behavioral questions. There will be in-person interviews as well. So for that, I always used to read a lot. I mean, I used to watch videos about interviewing questions related to what I put it in my resume. So, like, I would point out one thing, that is your LinkedIn profile has to be very strong. It totally works in the United States. You have to have a proper picture, you have to have the proper background, you have to add the correct details in your description, like what work experience you have, that also. And most importantly, even in LinkedIn there is a place where you get recommendations. So try getting recommendations for your profile, ask your previous employers and all. So your profile has to be very strong and updated very often. So
Mm.
because the recruiters, they don't know you in person, they will actually check your profile as well as your resume. So keep it very clean, precise, and what you know has to be in that. Like whatever quality, if you are good at leadership qualities, make sure you have something written in your resume that you have done some, you have led a team or something. That would show, yes, that quality has been checked. You
Mhm.
know that. So I would say every time work on your resume, every week. I would prefer every day, because when I was applying for jobs, I used to do it every day as per the job descriptions, what they want, how do they want. See, because the first task is your resume has to be picked. If it is not, then there is actually no use of you preparing for interviews and all.
Mhm.
So first, work on the resume, make it very strong, very like something which would really suit that profile. That's
That's a real good piece of information that you've shared with us. Really great. So, what do you suggest? When should students start looking for jobs or internship opportunities? Right from semester one, or they should start
yes.
looking for it from semester second
I
two?
would say the day you enter the United States, start. I mean, your job is right there. You have to start applying. You have to work on your profile, make it strong. Like if you're going into data, so make sure you are very good with your data analytic tools like Tableau, Power BI, or like when you are into development, if you're going into front end, so your React or JavaScript, all these details you should learn. You start learning, you start preparing for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like, see, there are people, like personally my friends, my two friends had got internship in November itself. When they entered the United September, October, November, the third month they got internship in Amazon, and one got in iRobo. So everybody like starts, like you, there is a lot of competition out there. So you have to be on your toes every time. That is what I
Right,
would say. So
right.
and ultimately our purpose here is to learn, right? We have to come here, we have to read, we have to learn, we have to get all the inputs of what professors are telling, master your skills. So I would say the day you enter, that is the day you start applying and work on your things.
Mm. So, how was the support from the college regarding
So,
co-op?
okay, so for internship, right, or co-op or internship, you need a
Mhm.
CPT. So
Right.
that CPT has been sponsored by the university. So for that, you need to be in touch with, like for us in Northeastern, we have our co-op advisors.
Mm-hmm.
So my co-op advisor was very, like I was in contact with her. I used to always, in a month, I used to schedule a meeting with her. I used to ask
Okay.
her, like, what should I do in the resume? How do I um, refactor it? Like, how do I make sure that my resume gets picked? So
Mhm.
she made sure, like, I was doing it the correct way. I'm using the correct syntax, the words. These are also very important. You cannot always I did this, or like responsible for this task. You cannot use the same words again and again. So she made
Mhm.
sure that I use different words in the different sentences, and the alignment. Okay, so when a recruiter sees your resume, it's very very important that it's been aligned, because they don't entertain this.
Right.
They are very particular about what details, how the syntax, what do you say, very you have to be very careful about this, like 2 inch 1 inch, how are you putting it. So this are some minute details, but yeah, like she
Mm.
really took care of that. Like I format it well. And so I really faced an issue with my social security number because of the COVID situation. So even the college really helped me, because I wasn't getting any appointment for my SSN.
Oh.
So they tried to help me. They tried. My co-op advisor also had a call with my the current employers, because I
Mhm.
wasn't able to join early. So because I didn't have an assistant. So
Oh.
they really do help you a lot. If suppose a person is not able to get a co-op in their last semesters, like
Mhm.
uh, you are only allowed if to apply for internships till your last till your before your last semester. Sorry,
Okay.
before your last semester.
Okay.
That means after your co-op, you should have at least one semester left.
Mhm.
So if people are like not getting any internships till that time, so what they do is they make sure they formally introduce us to the recruiters, because they are
Mm,
in contacts. Like I said, we have this portal where
mm,
we can apply, and all.
mm.
So they really do take a lot of efforts for that. And just connect to LinkedIn to them. They would, like, if you fire a query like I'm stuck here, what do I do? They do reply. So yeah, college has been a very good help for me.
Uh, all in all, how was the experience at Northeastern University?
Okay, so Northeastern University, in terms of course, it's very, very, versatile. It has
Mm,
like a diversity of all the fields. You have testing, you have development, you have data, you have DevOps, like all kinds of subjects or the courses if you want to take. There are plenty of them. Like even management courses are there. So you learn every aspect of a what do you say, life cycle development, which we
mm,
follow in IT. So
mhm,
you get to experience, if suppose a person wants to know what is DevOps, like they can take a course for DevOps. If someone wants to go into front end or full stack development, they have different courses related to that. So
mm.
I think personally Northeastern's IS course is like something which anybody can go for it blindly, and it's amazing. Like all the professors are very nice. They are very kind, and they are also at their topmost in their particular profession. So you definitely get a good quality of education.
So, any challenges that you have faced and you would like to share with us, and how did you deal with them?
Yeah. So okay. So this Sunitzer also knows that what challenges I face, I'm pretty sure. But I would say I did my bachelor's in electronics and telecommunications from Mumbai,
Mm,
but
mm,
and I had no idea about how this IT works. I never was introduced to coding, like rigorous coding or something. So in my 2 years of experience in Larsen and Toubro as well, I was a tester. So for me, testing was something related to Java. Like I worked on Selenium and all, but not a proper development as such. So I really didn't have a good hands-on on what coding is. Like like okay, I have to create this function, that function, send this object here, there. It was very, very confusing for me, to be very honest. And I never was introduced to databases. Never ever I had done database in my entire life. So when I came here, I took it as a challenge. I wanted to go into development, because if I wanted to have a testing profile, I wanted to make sure I know code, because there
mm,
is nothing called as a tester or a developer right now in the industry. It's like even if you're a tester, you should know coding. So I wanted to make my profile very strong in that terms. So that was something in my first semester that I really faced. I had to work on Java. I had also done databases. These were the two subjects which I took in the first semester. And trust me, I really my grades had gone down, but it's fine because I learned. That is the ultimate goal I wanted. I really learned what, like, I executed my first query in that database class. So I was very proud, like, okay, I did something, like, and for a student like me who is like from a completely different background, you will definitely learn here. Like, all the subjects are new for me. It's not something which I have known earlier. So
mhm.
it's all new for me. And second, this is one thing. And the second thing which I think the challenge I faced is the internship. Like, how do I get one internship? So my strategy won't be, useful with everybody, but this worked for me. So what I did was, in the second semester, I took one difficult subject, the very difficult subject for me, like I've never learned. I took web development, and the second subject which I took was testing related, which I already knew. So what I interviews, I could like one subject is pretty easy, I can manage it. So this other subject only I have to focus more on. So that balance I had, and I think because of that, I feel I got an internship because preparing for internship, it is not only that you get enroll yourself in good courses. No, it's not like that. You should also make sure whatever you have learned, you are able to deliver it in the interview. So I really got a very good time for preparing for my internship because of that. So that was one challenge I think which I faced. And next would be I think the weather. So the weather is different here. So it's not like Mumbai. So earlier, like we had to take flu shots, otherwise, you would fall sick and all. So the weather is a challenge, I would say, sometimes.
So
But
how did you cope with
everything
it?
is good here.
How did you actually cope with the weather?
So to be honest, I don't like hot things like hot weather. That is like one of the reasons I chose Northeastern in Boston, because Boston is cold for 8 months. And I would say I really enjoyed it because I don't know, like the intensity of snow, but it only snowed 3 times when I was here last
Mm-hmm.
year. So I don't know the cold like exactly. It was like it didn't snow that much. Let's see this year, like Boston surprises me.
I'm sure you'll have more surprises in the future.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. How was this, studying here in US, different? How do you find it different from India? Is there any difference, and how is it?
So, okay, for that, I would say you have a lot of liberty in terms of how you want to structure your course. As in, like for IS, for me, I only had one mandatory course which we have to take it in the first sem itself, but rest all of them are electives. So I have that liberty to direct my career as per what I take, like what courses I take.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to go into development, I take this set of courses. And if I want to go into like that. So I think that is something which we didn't have in India. I mean, in Indian education, I would say, like we didn't have that liberty to choose our own subjects and then, majors, do our majors in that. So this is
Mm.
something definitely good in these states. And second thing is the professors are very open to challenges. Like they would, if we say like, I don't think so, this would work this way. I think this is the pattern which we could follow. They are open to criticism. They're very friendly. They help you. They even I remember one of my database professor. I showed him my resume. He was like, "Let's come on, let's work on your resume." He was sitting with me, and even my test, like one course I took for testing. So that guy, he is the vice president of one of the healthcare companies here, and he's at that topmost level, and he's sitting with me and refactoring my resume. Like this is the level of like humble and very kind. This is a kind gesture. Like why would a vice president sit with me and refactor my resume? So this is something which I really like here. They are very helpful. They are always ready to help you.
That's really wonderful. I mean, I'm happy to
Start.
know that you're having a wonderful time there, and you are surrounded
Yeah,
by good people around you.
yeah.
So, uh, can you tell me how did you select information systems at Northeastern University while you were preparing for studying abroad?
Okay. So in Northeastern, all the courses PDFs are listed on the internet, like which course has what kind of subjects and all. So when I came across IS course, like to be honest, my cousin was in Northeastern. He was doing IS, so I asked him as well. I took details from him.
Mhm.
I came across this course and I thought there is anything you want. It's not like you have to take 4 compulsory subjects and 4 other whatever electives. It's like only one compulsory subject for me, and I have a choice to select any. So that
Mhm.
is something which is good. And also, like I said earlier, like there is a variety. There is testing subjects, there are development subjects, data subjects. So everything is there. So whatever I want, I can take.
Do you want to tell something about Mayuri? How, I mean, about Grad-Dreams or anybody? How was your
She
support?
has been the most patient girl. Like, I used to be very, very busy with my office schedules. And because I was working in US shifts, so it was like
Oh,
from 12 to 9. And she literally had to, and my office didn't allow me to have phone inside my ODC. So she used to call me on my landline in office, like, "Oh, okay, this is there, that is there." I mean, she has been very, very patient with me, I would say. Then Sunit sir, of course, he helps me a lot. He is really amazing. He had, like, when I used to be in, dilemma, like, what should I do now? Like, I'm not getting this, or like, should I go here, there? So he has always helped me, like, always. He has been that guidance, like, counselor for me to, okay, this is that, this is good, this is bad, now you decide. So he has always been helpful for me. And but, like, you also helped me for the visa, you remember, right?
of
How
course
nervous
I
I was,
do.
like,
How can I forget that?
I was so nervous. And given that I really had some troubles related to financial issues, like the loan wasn't passing, I was like totally, at that one point I was like, okay, things would. Hello? Can you hear
Yes,
me? Sorry,
yes, yes,
my battery
absolutely.
is low. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this thing won't work. I won't be able to do my master's this year, but somehow things were in place and I'm
Yes, you had to be there. That's really wonderful. Great. I'm really happy to know that you're there and you're doing what you really wanted to. So that's really nice. Did you apply to any other universities other than Northeastern?
Yes, I did. I applied for George Mason, St. Peter's.
Mm.
I don't remember actually many. I also applied for Northeastern's enterprise intelligence course as well. But I don't know, like I really can't remember any of the universities.
No worries, no worries. But then you always wanted Northeastern University?
Yes, yes. I literally had told Mayuri, I want Northeastern. Let's make it that way. So
Great.
yeah, I really wanted to be here, to be honest.
So do you have any suggestions
Yeah.
for your for
So
the new students?
for the new students, I would say I won't prefer it, like, just start working. I mean, even if you're in India, this was the mistake which I committed, I feel. That even if you're in India, start working on a profile. Try to understand what, if you're coming here, what are you going to do? Just, and I would tell you one thing, guys, never have this peer pressure on you. Like, if everybody is going in data, you also have to go in data. No, please don't. Just try to work on your own strengths. If you think you are good at this and you can do it very well, just focus on that. Because here, if you come, everybody will be like, okay, no, this jobs have this much demands, this, that. You will hear from everyone. But I would say just follow what you know, what are your strengths, work on your strengths and just conquer it. This is one thing. And always try to increase your network, have LinkedIn connections, like um, try contacting to the recruiters. Like, I personally have 10 to 15 recruiters connections on my LinkedIn connections. So try to contact them, ask them if there are any opportunities there. Just don't go for referrals. First, try to have a good connection with them. Talk to them what their company is doing, what they want from the interns or like new graduates. So I would say just increase your network, talk to seniors. Like talking to seniors is one thing which would really help you in the long run. Like find connections who are in Northeastern right now. You guys can definitely contact me as well. I'll give, like Shrutika will have my LinkedIn profile and it's public, so you can just type in Aishwarya Mane, you'll get it. So
Sure.
just go there and try to talk to seniors. What are their opinions? What about like for courses as well? I still, when I'm trying to take a course, I talk to the seniors who have graduated. I ask them, okay, how is this, how is that, should I take this, will it benefit me? So seniors do play a very important role. And always um like this worked for me. I always had friends who were like way senior to me, like they had some 5 years of experience in India and then they came to masters and all, and some of them from my previous company. So like they really helped, like to tell what should you do in interviews, what should you not do in interviews. That is also a big thing. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is something which we should keep in mind even if we are in India. Okay, it's not like you're coming here then you start your work. No, just start as soon as it's can you hear
Right.
me? Sorry.
Yes, yes,
As soon as you get an admit, just start working on that, I would say. And even make sure your LinkedIn is the best. LinkedIn will be viewed every time. Even if, like, I know when my background check was being done for my company, they also check my LinkedIn matched with my resume or no. All these details, like, so be very precise in what details you put on your social networking. So
mm,
that is one thing I would say.
that's
And
that's
just
a good piece
it's
of
it's
information.
like yeah, and it's very nice here. Like if you are doing good, if you are on the right track, if you're achieving your small milestones, you will feel proud of yourself and you'll be happy in that moment, like wherever you are. And it ultimately will make your parents proud too. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's
I'm
all.
sure they will feel proud of you.